Hello, everybody. I'm Lazy Turtle 7865. As you can tell by the well, I got set up here in the video or the title. It's going to be like a little podcast. I'm going to be talking about Warframe with my pal Gruesome here. You want to say hi, Gruesome?
Yo, what's up?
So me and Gruesome here have been playing Warframe for 4 years. We're hoping to get another friend in here who's been playing along as us, but he's off.
Yeah.
And basically, all we're going to be doing is talking about, like, the memories of the game we made into it, the changes and whatnot. And I think the big part is we should talk about is the changes that came from the game when we first started.
Like the changes that you get to put on your email or something like that?
No, like, what it changed, like, how the, whole game changed, like the rebuild, like how the navigation used to be like how it is compared to now.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like I am right now, like if you guys are listening to music, I pulled up a little thing here. It's from Warframe. It's called This Is What You Are, and there's an image with it of the old navigation. I would pull it up for you, but I didn't think about pulling that up. So oh well, maybe down the line I can show you guys. But if you guys want to know, just look up Warframe navigation image from 2016, and it will show up how the planets were actually around in the circle. Everything.
Yeah, I remember that. That was so long ago.
The game was so much different. How we had to like get to different planets. We had to fight bosses compared to now. All that changed when the Spectres of the Rail update came out about 2 years ago. If you don't know, Warframe's been out for 7 years. And it's 7 years of content. It's still a continuous update. They just came out with an update. What's this update called?
What
Well, whatever it is, if you have played Warframe and if you unlocked all the nodes are the missions on each planet. If you unlocked all of them, then you can do a thing called oh god, we were just talking about this.
Yeah.
God, what's that called with arbitration? Arbitration. Oh my god, I just said that. Arbitration. I feel stupid. But it's arbitration, you have to unlock all the nodes. But now with this new update, because of the new quest that's coming out, hopefully sometime later this year or next year, the new war. But the thing is, Teshin has seen the enemy has grown accustomed to our battle style, and they've grown stronger, in which I can understand, because it's not going to be an easy task once this quest took them out. Especially the Railjack, and we had the event. That was not an easy task.
Yeah. Yeah, building it was a pain.
Yeah.
Real pain.
Yeah, and so what he did is, if you have them all locked, he relocked them all. So you have to go through all your missions, all the planets, all over again. But the only thing is, the enemies are going to be a level 100 or above, and it's going to be going up more and more throughout the whole the whole origin system. So that's going to actually have to change up my battle style. I mean, I do got my shield dig still, which is like my most powerful melee.
Overpowered shield.
Oh my gosh! There's a thing called sortie where you do 3 missions, and each one's higher and gives you special rewards. Well, the last part of the sortie was a survival, so the enemies were level 100s. I was with 3 others, and instead of fighting and helping me do the mission, they were standing there in the corner watching me type in chat because they're like scared out of mind for how much damage my weapon was doing.
Like, oh god, this guy's terrifying.
Yeah. How do we nerf a player? Not the weapon, just the player. Nerf the player.
There's no nerfing the shield dig.
As long as this man wields it, it's going to be the end of us. Next thing you know, he'll be pulling out his arc gun and saying I'm the Juggernaut again for the umpteenth time.
Umpteenth time. Okay.
When the bounties on Venus and the Orb Valis came out for Prophet Taker, we were allowed to use a thing called the arc guns in missions now. The arc gun is cannon or primary weapon you use in Arcwing missions, which you find in space. And now we can use it. So we just need to go farm something. So we went to I think it was Neptune we had to go to where it's underwater. Yeah. And we were doing survival. He was Hydroid, and that was my Necros. I pulled out my arc gun, and I just said, Gruesome, watch me. I go running out with the arc gun, and I'm screaming, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! I keep knocking myself, because there was self-damage then.
Yeah, now they actually took that out.
Yeah, the self-damage was...
People were requesting that.
Not everybody. Not the Chroma mainers. The Chroma mainers hated that, because due to its ability.
Yeah, because I can understand, because I also use Chroma.
Yeah.
And it makes sense to... Self-damage makes it where his ability, one of his abilities allows him, like, the more damage you take either on your shield or your health, you gain a bit of extra damage to your weapons and any other weapon you have.
Yeah, he just made it OP.
Yeah.
There's... what we're talking about is an ability, a Warframe Chroma, the Elemental King. He has... His powers are based on the color of energy for the elemental damage he'll do. There's multiple different frames with different kinds of abilities. Like the one you see in front of you, here on my main screen right here, is Excalibur Umbra, which is my main favorite. He has 4 abilities like any others. Exalted Dash, Radial Howl, Radial Javelin, and Exalted Blade. Exalted Blade is one of the most OP abilities out there.
Because it is a exalted weapons compared to the previous exalted weapons. Like, I would probably say either Baruch. He is a frame. Baruch is a passive frame that is literally based on being a pacifist.
Yeah.
His abilities allow him. One of his abilities, where I forget the name of it, even though I have him.
I barely use. I don't think I've ever used him. Probably should.
Oh, he's quite fun. His first ability is okay. I swear I don't know pronounce some of these names, but his first ability is like an energy drain, but it allows it where if you do not attack, every attack to bullets, the melee weapons, they will go through you.
Yeah.
If you have enough range and duration, you can make it where it covers his whole body.
Yeah.
So he's technically in an invincible mode at that point.
Yeah. The more the enemy does that, the more angrier he gets. Sorry about Bruce's mics, by the way. He's on his Xbox. If you get... Yeah, but we're going to have to deal with it. I mean, I deal with it all the time, and it's no big deal. I can still understand him.
Oh, that's kind of harsh.
That's not harsh. It's honest. Like, I deal with it. It's like, I can still understand you, even though with your mic being crappy sometimes, I can still understand you, which is just fine. I work with it. I deal with it. It's like, oh, well, I mean... Not everybody can have a perfect mic. So it's like we do with what we do. But Warframe has multiple different characters, each one's with different abilities. They come out with ones a lot. They came out with a new one, which is pretty interesting. I had fun with her.
Yeah.
Every Warframe has a regular character, and then there's the primes. They're going to be more stronger.
The primes are a bit more powerful.
Yeah, like right now for consoles, we have Excalibur and Excalibur Umbra. PC players who had the Founder Pack have Excalibur, Excalibur Umbra, and Excalibur Prime, because he was the first Prime to ever come out, and he's exclusive to Founders, which is okay with me. I still want him because Excalibur is my #1 frame. I'm Excalibur. I mean, Warframe is a different game altogether compared to any other game. I mean, if you guys watched like TennoCon, I watched it yesterday, which was awesome. I can't wait for the next update. I can't remember the name of it. They send emails now, and they actually gave me a release date on one. Hang on, let me pull my phone up here. which is really cool. They've never done that before because they usually don't get Heart. Oh yeah, Heart of Demas, arriving August 25th on all platforms. Explore our third world, open world, the infested moon. Domestic command your personal.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be good.
Our third open world. This is going to be the third one, and it's releasing across all. Oh my god, is that going to be the Warframe?
What?
They're showing an image of a new Warframe. That looks sick. I didn't watch the whole thing. Exute the broken Warf. Oh, he looks sick.
Oh, I seen that. I know what that frame's gonna be because it literally they're saying that you can make it's going to acquire either some different parts of other Warframes. That's what they were making an assumption on that character, where it's going to have either you have to build other pieces from other Warframes to make this frame, and it's going to have either for different abilities, but it's still going to have the main four. It's still going to have 4 abilities.
Now, here's another thing. We've only gotten certain things that were released on all platforms at the same time. Primes and Nightwave. Everything else had to be released to PC first due to their terms and conditions on their contract with the platforms, consoles. So,
They take so long.
Yeah, because there's stuff they had to fix before they could release the console, because they had to send it to CERT, and CERT will determine if it's good enough to be on console, because it could do, if there are certain bugs that they could fix on PC but can't be fixed on console because they could ruin console.
Yeah.
But if they're releasing an open world to all platforms, they must be getting really good at this. Because this is the third open world. Plains of Island was the first, which was a deal breaker in 2018 or 2017. Then Fortuna in 2018 was another deal breaker. We didn't get open world last year because they were focused on with the new war and the Railjack update, which is still a fun mission. I mean, they do keep us up to date. They keep us, they have these dev streams. I mean, even with this whole coronavirus, I mean, I probably get in trouble now for saying that because we're not allowed to say that on YouTube anymore. So let's just call it the pickle virus. Funny. I'll just call it the cyst.
The pickle virus.
Pickle week!
God damn.
Oh, that just popped in my head the other day we were talking. And
yeah,
I smelled pickles because I could smell pickles. My neighbors have a garden. They were making pickles.
And you're going crazy.
I wanted pickles now. I just want to call up my mom and say, "Hey, Mom, can I have a jar of pickles? I'm hungry for pickles." Oh. But that's another thing about Warframe. In Warframe might be, when you first check out, it might seem like a serious game because you gotta, be seriously committed, because it's one of the most, actually it's probably the most grindiest game out there.
Yeah.
But you can put fun into it because, there's a thing, corpse launches. Warframe has taken corpse launches to the next level.
Wait, are you talking about that one time that they nerfed that one weapon?
No, I mean, corpse launches, not weapons. Corpse launches.
Oh, corpse.
Yeah, corpse.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, because they take it to the next level with their corpse launches. If you want to get an idea, just look up Warframe corpse launches. You're going to see some interesting ones. Even Big Jiggly Panda would be laughing so hard he would drain out his bladder in minutes for how much he'll laugh, because he loves corpse launches. There are weapons that can send enemies flying. It is just ridiculous, especially when it makes their bodies so intorque. There's sometimes where their bodies glitch out. Their body will be going. Gone. Their bodies will be all over the place, turned into a tornado. Yeah. It is ridiculous. It is funny watching it. The changes they make to the game it's just, there's so many unique different things. The community is great.
Despite when you say certain things in the chat, they
oh my
sometimes
gosh,
the AI
it
bot would ban you
yeah.
for like a certain
If you
amount of
go into
days.
like, I'm not sure how PlayStation chat is. The PC chats are not bad, region chats, but when it comes to Xbox region chat, be careful in there, cause people say some weird stuff. Just make you
Like
cringe.
for instance,
Yep.
some stuff about
No.
another frame.
Mm-mm.
I'm just gonna say only another frame that's like a Fenneman boy or something like that.
They say some weird things. Another thing is if you put Neja is a trap in region chat, you get banned from chat. We don't know why.
Because there's a lot of stuff about him, and that's probably why.
Yeah. There's a lot to this game. So much unique stuff. I mean, like, if you done fashion contests on like games like Fortnite, well, Warframe when it comes to fashion is a lot better because then we have the thing called fashion frame.
Oh, way better.
Oh my gosh!
Way better.
I mean, it is so much better. You could customize, like you can see Umbra from me. You could change the skin, the helmet. You could change his colors. You could put armor on him. You could change his stance. You could do so much with them. There's a million different combinations. One of the things I have done with like my Atlas Prime, I have turned him into a thing I called Uva Atlas,
which is a nightmare tech for the
Grenier.
every enemy that you face.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing. They have changed up Warframe abilities compared to how they use. Like Atlas, his Petrify now, if what his Petrify does, it turns enemies into stone that are in range. Before, you could walk around with it, and it'll just be sending off like impulse waves. And if you have the wrong colors on it, it could give you, it could give you migraines, it could give you seizures. It's just one of those things. But now it's
talking about seizures. Go to Volban.
Mine. Oh my god, my spams on it. It'll make you go blind. Oh my goodness.
I'm always questioning why did he make it where he can spam.
It's always been spammable. It's always been spammable. There was just used to be a delay. There used to be a little delay back then. But there's a reason why it's spammable because how the change up works, and can't remember, but there is, like, I remember, oh shoot, there's so much to the game. Like it
About when you talk about the animals that we can have as companions.
Oh yeah, we have companions. Yeah, we have Krubros and Kavats. Krubros are like dogs. Kavats are the cats, and then we have the infestation pets, the Helmets. If you get assist on your Warframe, you can use that on a Krubro egg, and it'll become a Helmeth Charger. And then we also,
which is an infested dog.
Yeah,
which looks really much better than it used to be because they changed it.
Yeah, they changed.
But the charger thing is now a skin for the infested Kubro.
Yeah,
it's now a skin.
Yeah, the skins. And also we got flying companions, carrier, worms, death cube, and now we have boas, which are, if you go into a mission, a corpus mission, there'll be these things on 2 legs called moas. Now we can build our own and have them as companions. If you go to Fortuna, a guy named Legs, he builds them, and you can build your own. You can farm the components for them, or Valis, or you even buy one fully built with platinum.
Which is the platinum is in-game currency.
The in-game currency. Now here's another good thing about the in-game currency. If you guys know how Train Like and Save the World in Fortnite, you guys do trade, but people scam. But here's the thing in Warframe, there is a proper trading system. There's a trade chat where you could trade prime parts, mods, blueprint, anything that allows you to trade pretty much. And a lot of people, what they do, instead of trading item for item, they will say they're selling this item for this much platinum. So that means you could trade the in-game currency to other players.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go out buy it. You just need the right items to sell it, and they can give you the in-game currency that it's worth.
But you also have to be careful with
Yeah, because some people
trying to sell certain things.
some
Or
people will
somebody's,
try
like,
to
scam
scam.
you and then
Yeah.
say like, oh, this
Lowball
frame
you.
is like uh, like
Here's
for 1200 platinum
yeah,
or something like
yeah,
that. They
like
would scam you to that point.
yeah.
It's like, why do you do that?
Here's an example. A few years ago, I ran into this guy named Rainy Nerds. I was looking in trade chat for something, can't remember what, but he was selling a Loki Prime set for 20,000 platinum.
Yeah, nobody would buy that. Nobody.
No, it's not worth 20,000 platinum. At the time, he was worth 250.
Yeah.
And that's what we call people not thinking or scamming. In fact, there used to be a glitch where you could get, say, like you're buying something off a player or you're selling something. You could manage to get what you want, and the player could lose. They like say you're selling something. Well, there was a glitch at the time when I first started. Players would do that they would get the item, but they would do something. I don't know what they did, but as soon as they did it, they would get your platinum, but you wouldn't get the item you were paying them for. They would keep the item and get
I
the
never
platinum.
had that happen.
Oh no! Somebody
Man.
tried when I saw that bug for the first time. Somebody tried doing it, and they were dumb enough because it was two guys in a party chat with me, and they didn't realize I could hear them because they were pretty dumb. They're like, "Okay, man, if you want his platinum, keep your item. You have to do this." It's like, and then I instantly looked it up, and it's like I found out there was a glitch. I mean, those videos actually were taken down long time. As soon as that bug was patched, those videos were instantly taken down due to terms and conditions with Warframe. Because that's violating terms and conditions, because that's exploiting a glitch. Chris, you there?
Yeah.
Music just stopped. Oh, there he goes. I don't know why it stopped. Yeah, exploiting a glitch can do some serious damage to you. It's not like other games. Why is the music buffering? Let me do that. Okay. Like for instance, there's this guy I used to watch who did the most amazing mod builds for your Warframe Z weapons. His name was Showtech, Noob Showtech. He got a 15-year ban about a year and a half ago due to he found a glitch where you could level up your Warframe Z weapons within a minute to max, and which was a glitch in which, in the terms and conditions, you're not allowed to exploit a glitch. And
Yeah.
he was a partner of Warframe, but here's the thing: that does not excuse you for exploiting a glitch. Because as soon as he found out, he shared it on YouTube, and he was sent an email, and Warframe found out about this glitch and found out he was doing it, and they personally sent him an email, personally telling him, "Do not share this on YouTube because how many subscribers he had, or he will be punished pretty much." And he didn't listen, and so he went on post a video on YouTube, and Digital Extremes, the creators of Warframe, followed through with what they said. They said, "Don't do it or else," because that's violating the terms and conditions. And it doesn't matter if you're a partner or not. The rules apply to everybody. And so he got a 15-year ban.
15-year ban.
Yeah. I mean, he had over 1 million subscribers. And so because of that, so many people, over 100,000 people were doing the glitch. And so that's exploiting the terms and the conditions, in which is not right. And so, like, now they have to go abandon all these other people or something like that. I don't know if they did. But because he did it, they're like, okay, this is all your fault. And now these people are going to end up losing their profile because of you. So you're going to take the heavy blunt of this because you're at fault here. This is taking responsibility for your actions. Is 15 years a little too much? Probably, but do I agree with what they did? Yes, because that's violating the terms and conditions. And just because you're a partner doesn't mean you could do it. That's what he thought. I mean, on my side, I'm not sure if he thought this. I'm just thinking he might have. Because he was a partner, he could go and do this, even with them warning them. No. If you are warned, do not do it. Don't do it. It's not worth ruining your job, your livelihood, because he made a livelihood off of these updates of these builds he made. He was a god tier of these builds. That's another thing about Warframe is they are strict to the rules, and they don't.
I think sometimes they actually banned some YouTubers by mistake. Like I think there was like one YouTuber who who was talking some stuff about another YouTuber that was partnered with
I know what you're
saying. His whole account got banned, and his YouTube channel got taken down.
That wasn't DE. That was YouTube, because he was saying stuff he was not supposed to say. He was violating the terms and conditions on YouTube, and then he was starting to do stuff in Warframe he was not supposed to be doing. That's violating the terms and conditions. He was violating terms and conditions in 2 places: YouTube and Warframe. If you don't, so that's the main thing with Warframe. You definitely want to read the terms and conditions so you can be careful. I didn't read them, but I still have an account because I'm not stupid.
True.
Yeah. But Warframe is definitely one of the best games out there. Even with their strict rules, players still have come and played it because it's still a great game. I mean, I know it's not for everybody, because it is one of the most grandiose games. There's so much you could do in it, so much to do.
And mostly it's the drop chance for those certain materials.
Certain items you want to get, yeah.
And the mods you have to use to make your builds.
There's also the chance drops boosters. The boosters that give you the resource boosters, the infinity boosters, the mod booster. Then that's cool. The drop chance booster, there's 5 different boosters.
Yeah, there's the credit one,
credit booster,
the resource resource drop.
Yeah, and if you get the Prime Access pack, you will get a free 90-day credit and infinity booster. What those do, music, fucking buffering again. Why is it buffering? Hang on. Why is it buffering? There should be no reason.
I did not.
Yeah, that should have fixed it. I lost my train of thought. Oh, they give you the boosters because credit boosters, what credits are, they're like another type of currency which allows you to do the trades, build stuff you need to build in your foundry, because you can build your weapons. Because here's the thing, everything in the game you can retrieve for free, or you just go out and buy it with the in-game currency platinum.
Yeah.
Or you can trade for it.
Yeah. But there's like some weapons that acquire a mastery rank, which is your
main level
rank in the game.
Your main level
and your main rank.
Yeah, and the order level up, you gotta level up your weapons and your warframes, and that will go towards your MR. And once you are able to level up, what you gotta do, you gotta take a test, and you can only take the test once every 24 hours. So it's best to do practices, which you could go to one of the relays and talk to a guy. And there's a place where a thing called Cephalon Samaris, where he's at, and you could go to the right, and there's all these MR areas where you could do practice or you could take the test.
Yeah.
The level up does
some
take
of them
time.
are like a little bit difficult, and some are like
Crazy.
Kind of hard to understand, but some of them are easy.
Yeah.
If you have the acquired frame, that is.
Yeah, and so when you're playing the game and you see something saying like your starter frame, you get to choose 3 frames you want to start with: Excalibur, Meg, or Volt. And it might pop up on your screen saying level up, like level 1, then it says, and it's like, that's not your main MR, that is going to be your characters and your weapons levels. So
Yeah.
do not go into like, oh, I'm already at level 30. It's like, nope, that's your characters. There's no MR30 yet. It's MR29, I believe.
Yeah. 24.
No, not 24. Last time I saw there was a MR update was at MR28. So it should, I believe there's a MR29s now. It does take time to level up. Takes a lot.
Like a long time.
It does. It takes a lot of effort because it is a game that you have to put a lot of time into. But in the end, it is worth it because it is a good game. And and there's also quests you could do. The story, like there's the main storyline quest, and you got the little sideline quests. Like the main storyline quest we have now is Second Dream, the War Within, the Sacrifice.
Yeah. Well, those are only based on for the Tenno, but the only way to get your Tenno was from doing the Nata quest.
Nata, no, you gotta do Second Dream. You get your Tenno from the Second Dream, and you do the Nata quest before the Second Dream. Once you get that, oh, and did I say the War Within? Yeah, I said the War Within. War Within, Second Dream, Sacrifice. We got another one coming up, the New War.
It's just gonna be a big battle.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes. Like I said, it's constantly updating, as we talked about earlier. There's another update coming out on August 25th, which is incredible. Another open world, an infested open world, which is kind of amazing because they're released to all platforms at the same time. And not only that, they actually gave us a specific date. That's the first.
Yeah.
They never gave us a date when it's actually going to be released. They're like, we don't know. We can only give you estimation on like time wise.
Speculate.
Yeah. But it's like, and they are open to us because they do things called dev streams there every other Friday. They do a lot of streaming, especially now. The dev streams is where they stream about an hour or sometimes a little over, and they talk to the community and they tell what they're working on, some concept arts, what's in the build, what's coming next, and all sorts of things. It's really cool. And if you watch on Twitch and you're following them or whatever, they do these things, rewards, giveaways,
Like rewards and giveaways.
Yeah, they'll do like a prime giveaway, and then they'll do platinum giveaways.
I think the platinum thing was actually new.
No, the platinum's been around for a while, since the first dev stream. Platinum has always been there. The game is massive. It is, if you want to know, if you want to really know what it is, it's an MMO RPG. Like as we said, 7 years of content. It is currently for like Xbox, it's a 56 gig update. It probably would have been higher, but a couple years ago they did a spring cleanup where they downsized the file to get rid of a bunch of concepts that are in the game that aren't used anymore, that aren't needed to run the game.
Yeah, like brand new, the
IU
designs for certain ships,
the AU system, all just mainly big stuff that runs the game.
I think usually when they release like a brand new open world, the one thing that they do is they add a couple of brand new boss enemies that you have to fight. Like, for instance, the Eidolons and the Plains of Eidolon, and then those giant spider things. I forgot what they're called.
Or mothers, yeah, or mothers.
Those...
It's gonna be interesting what they're gonna add in this new open world for a giant beast. I haven't seen that part. I probably will check that out later tonight. Just imagine that giant infestation creature that's the 3 heads. Can't remember what it's called.
Oh god,
the Limphus.
No.
Limphus. Yeah, just imagine it's Limphus but on steroids.
Oh no, that's even worse.
Limphus is not that hard.
It was like if against like people who were like starters, like the only way to get to that guy, it was on a thing called the
derelict, yeah.
Called the derelict, and you have to build keys, but the only way to build some of the keys is by going into the derelict itself.
Yeah.
But I think there was one of the keys where you can build without having or what's that assassination key that you have to build that acquired like a certain resource that's from the derelict.
Yeah, you gotta get the assassination navigation coordinates in Derelict to get to Limphus. And there's 2 bosses in Derelict now.
Oh, good. Oh yeah, I remember. It was that one. It was one Nightwave with that one guy who was doing like some type of infested cult or something like that, wasn't it?
No, this is a different one.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. Different characters, different weapons. There's always working on something new. I mean, if you're always looking for help, there's also a help chat now. They added recently. You can ask questions there. Players can help you out. They can go with you to different missions. Help you get different items. Each Warframe has its different unique abilities. Battle strats.
And playstyle.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not looking into like going out doing anything like serious, you can always go to the open worlds, which is really good, and just hang out there, or you go to places like just goof off with your friends, like a thing called Captura. Unless you're with me, then I'm just going to like turn you to stone or chain you with Harrow and keep you there forever.
Or just terrify you with his freaking Atlas, Kuba Atlas.
It is. Atlas's rumbler ability is so much fun to watch. Just watch them come up and just bitch slap a grenadier and just, whoa, pow! Get out of here! Send them flying. There's so much to this game. It's hard to make it in one video for how big the game is.
Yeah.
It's like
There's like a.
When you hear us go quiet, it's because we're trying to think of what else can we tell you about this game, or what else can we remember. Like, we made so many memories in this game. Like when Limbo got a rework a couple years ago, me and groups of Meru kept going to Derelict to get a certain mod because we were doing capture, and there's these Derelict janky keys. Each one has a minus effect on you, and it allows you to open these doors to give you certain mods, corrupted mods.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to get
which have pictures of the prime frames that you can actually get in the game.
Yeah.
But sometimes one thing about the prime frames, they get some of them get vaulted. Some of them get like
they all get
no longer accessible in the store. Accessible.
Yeah, and you just went all parts of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm reminiscing on a memory here, and you're going on to something. But anyways, that's not what I'm talking about at Primes. I'm talking about with Limbo, Raging Limbo.
Yeah.
So what happens was I was using Limbo at where you guys rework. Try to get the certain mod. We go up to the anytime Juggernaut or Capture Target, would knock me, I turn to Raging Limbo and I'll go like, fuck you, and one-shot them.
Yeah.
It was funny. And what he meant by primes, there's a vault system where a new prime comes out, the one older one will be going to the prime vault. And once in a while, a prime vault will open and certain primes will be available again to farm for or get. And if the prime Warframe does get vaulted and you had relics for it, you keep those relics and you can keep them and still get that prime parts. So all the relics are gone.
But you can't get the relic anymore after when that prime frame is either vaulted.
Yeah.
Or not been unvaulted anymore.
And to tell how you want to know what prime frame is going to be vaulted, it's not going to be like, say, like a new frame comes out and the one that came out before it. That's not going to be the one that's going to be vaulted. It's going to be one that's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Like which one came which one got vaulted? This one, because Zanaros Prime is the new one. Which one got vaulted?
Let me think. If I remember right, I think it was. I don't think it was Zephyr Prime. I don't think it was her. No, I don't remember.
Wasn't it Banshee Prime that got vaulted? Or was she already vaulted?
I think she was already vaulted.
No, because she came out after Valbin. Or was it Hydroid Prime that got vaulted?
I think it was.
Yeah. And if you guys...
Does it make sense for them to give you Hydroid Prime for the Tenocon thing?
Yeah. And they finally came out a trailer with them after a couple years.
Yeah.
Like, it took they're missing so many trailers. Like, there's so many trailers now. Like, they used to do a thing when Prime Frames come out. They used to have trailers for it. And I don't think I saw one from Naros.
Well, is one reason why they haven't done the trailers that much anymore is probably because it costs too much money to do those trailers for the new Prime.
They do them they do it at their place. They do it at Digital Extremes.
I know, but I think they stopped doing that because it takes too long to animate. Because the animation for certain things is like, it takes a long time. That's probably why they haven't done that much, like, main quests, like, for instance,
no. It doesn't...
like, main story quest animations.
That's not it. Up in the origins of... Ooh. New player experience. Waking up in the origin system has never looked. Customize your Warframe like never before with the Helmeth Chrysalis systems. Need the Helmeth resource to unlock a new suit abilities or allow the Helmeth Human Warframe full to extract ability to fuse into another.
Wait, is that supposed to be for the broken frame?
I don't know. It's a Helmeth Chrysalis. I don't know. That's another thing. Like, we talked about something like this before, didn't we?
Yeah.
Where, like, it could transform into the middle of the mission to a different frame with the abilities. That's pretty cool. So we got, let's see here, it is the 2nd, I believe. Yeah, we got 23 days until the release of this new update, which is going to be a sick update. I can't wait for it. It's probably going to be a big update. It's probably going to be like a 5 gig. It's just a lot coming to it. That's the thing with updates. They come with a lot of when a big update like this come out, it's big. We mean it's big. There's a reason why it's such a big game, because the updates bring a lot of stuff, a lot of new content, and a lot of new stuff to explore. It's not like when you start Warframe, don't expect a new update every week.
Yeah, like other games.
Yeah, because
mostly.
How big Warframe is, they gotta implement something more than one little thing, because that could get boring.
Yeah.
Because how big the game is, if they're adding something, they gotta add a lot. And there's so much to the game. Game constantly is changing.
And always adding like a thing called something Tenno.
Something Tenno? What are you talking about? Always adding something Tenno.
Tenno Gen.
Not always.
Well, sometimes they do.
Tenno Gen
on PC. They've mostly released more stuff on PC. For
Tenno Gen is created by players, Tenno Gen creators.
Yeah.
They're not made by Digital Extremes.
I know that. I'm just saying, like, usually
he's obsessed with Tenno Gen
skins and antennas.
He's obsessed with it. It's getting to a part where I get a headache from him because he won't shut up about it.
Even though they have really good skins, you gotta admit that.
There's some skins there which, just in my opinion, are way too overboard or just like bland.
Yeah, like the Grak.
The Graks? The Graks are cheap.
Some of the Graks are good, some of them are like... But they hurt the people who made them their feelings.
There's also stuff in the game created by players, a couple weapons made by players. Like this Sylvian Aegis, not the Prime version, but the original one, was created by a player who they had a contest and he created this. And it was a concept and they put it in game. The whole game has a huge story behind it.
Yeah.
I would love to get into the story, but that would be on my own personal time.
I think usually when they release in Prime, sometimes there's like some lore that evolves with the Prime frames, I think.
No. So if if there ever was a lore with it, it would be with the original frame, not the Prime frame. Because that wouldn't make sense. Why would you skip the original frame and go to the Prime frame and put the lore in that? That make no sense. Because then they'll be saying, oh, we can't have Excalibur known as the original frame, born in the old ways, exalted in Gun of Blade. Excalibur Prime has to be. It's like, no, Excalibur is the original frame. This is the first frame to be released. And so that lore evolves around original Excalibur, not Excalibur Prime. Like, there's a thing now where you could go and... I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a story little thing about Warframes. Well, they did one recently with... which one was it? There was one with Nova. Not Nova Prime. It's about Nova. Because they came before the Primes. There's two of them. There's so much to the game.
There's even like so many different types of builds, like
each builds.
Weapon,
There's
like
a thing called mods. We said earlier. Mods. Now, originally, when you hear the word mods, it's like, oh, he's hacking. It's like, in this game, no, it's not. It's not hacks. Mods are intended thing to put in a game. They're like cards that you put on your
Yeah.
Warframes and your weapons to make them stronger, better, help their abilities. So that way you can do higher level missions. That's what mods are.
And mostly make you survive longer.
Yeah, you can level up these mods. It's different kinds. There's regular primes and there's Rivens. Riven mods.
The Rivens are the most overpowered.
Rivens are great. What those are, there are certain ones you will get Riven mod to a certain type of weapon, like rifle, primary, secondary, or melee. What you have to do, yet there's a challenge on them you have to do to unlock that Riven. Once you have unlocked that Riven's challenge, it'll give you a weapon it goes to. Like you could go to a certain weapon and it'll give you stats to them. But the stats not be what you want, so what you can do is there's this stuff called Kuva you can get. And this Kuva you can use to re-roll it until you get the stats you want, or you get a God roll.
Yeah.
Now, what a God roll...
Which a God roll is very rare.
No, it's not that rare. It's just hard to get. What a God roll is, it'll have positive stats and then one minus stat. The minus stat will do negative to it, but it'll be something you really don't care for. Like, say you got a weapon that does crit. Well, say the Riven does like I used to have a Riven mod for my Fauna Prime where it did crit chance, crit damage, and damage minus recoil, which gave me amazing stats and made OP.
Yeah.
It makes them stronger. And each Riven mod will have an MR requirement to use that mod. And if you want to trade, to get rid of that mod you want to trade, you have to be an MR2 or above the trade stuff. But to order to trade a Riven mod, you have to be MR8, I believe now. Because of their MR conditions. There's two places you could go to put out what you want to sell or trade. You can do it in Train Chat, or you can go to a place called Meru's Bazaar, which is a relay where you can see other players selling items they want to get rid of. And they'll sell a lot of things. Like a lot of the most popular things is Riven mods. People will be selling Prime stuff, like Prime sets. If you're looking for something like Prime mods or a thing called the Legendary Core, which is is the rarest thing in the game because, second rarest thing in the game.
Yeah.
Probably the rarest, but you have to do a sortie and it's a rare drop in the sortie. I've been doing the sortie for 4 years and never once have I gotten the Legendary Core from the sortie. That's how hard it is to get, how rare it is. What that does, it allows you to max out your mods without using your endo and your credits. You don't have to use that. What endo does, that allows you to level up your mods, and credits will also level you. Credits are used on a lot of things in the game, so you need a lot of credits. But don't waste a Legendary Core on the low level or low leveling up mod like Rage, because if it's like have to level up 5 times, that's not worth it's a waste of Riven. The best thing you can use a Riven mod on is Prime mods. That's the best thing you can use them on, because that takes up
Rivens.
No, Rivens don't use that much.
Oh, I thought it did.
No. Yeah, 16,000 endo and 20,000 credits is a lot. No, it's not. That's not a lot. With Prime mods, you're using almost 1 million credits and almost 100,000 endo. That's a lot. And so that's where the Legendary Core comes in, because they'll max it out. But if you want to buy off another player, you gotta make sure you have 1 million credits because of trade tax.
That just reminds me of so many times you told so many players on trade chat.
Yeah, oh my god.
You gotta have the correct amount of
credits. Players don't always pay attention. I mean, you've been playing the game for a while. You can always help out the new players. That's a cool another thing.
Yeah.
The game has, I would say over 60 million players. which is a lot of players. And Warframe has been in the top 10 most played free game, or mainly top 10 played games, in Steam for 6 years. That's how good this game is. I mean, there's so much to the game. You need, like, I would say a whole day's worth to talk to somebody, to explain to them what you can do in the game and what there is the game. But try to condense it down to an hour is like, you have to scour through your mind. Is like, okay, what can we put to this so they get an idea? The movement in the game is so much fun. The theme is Larry and Ninjas play free, because the game is free. And you're a space ninja, protecting the origin system. You're going across 18 different planets, fighting different unique bosses. And you can team up your friends and make a clan, a dojo, and it's just spectacular. There's so much to the game you could do. There's endless things you could do. And another unique thing is they added not too long ago as Shazin, which is a guitar. They can make music on it, and like we have a music Warframe.
Fun.
Yeah, we have a music Warframe Octavia, and on her you can make so much different music. You can make your own, and you can make music that exists. Like I have Megalodon in one of my musics from Undertale. I got No One Bites the Dust, the Imperial March, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Star Wars.
That's Imperial March.
Well, you can also do the normal Star Wars song, like dun 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 dun. Dun.
Hey, copyright.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the game is endless. I mean, try to get that to 1 hour. It's just partially giving you an idea what the game is. It's like, we mainly have to, like, think, what can we tell you about the game? I mean, yeah, along the line, you're probably find something you're not going to like about the game, but it's like, that's fine. There's always a million other things you could check out to see what you like about the game.
Yeah. A lot more.
Yeah, as long as you don't make your Warframe a Jolly Rancher, I'll be okay with you.
Jolly.
I swear, every time I see D.E. Megan's color scheme for her Warframes, I just go like, Jolly Rancher Megan. That's why I call her Jolly Rancher Megan, because she color schemes her Warframes pretty much a Jolly Rancher. It's like, now I want some Jolly Ranchers.
Oh God, not the. It's like the pickle thing all over again.
No, that's what I'm just saying that when I see that. What I mean is, like, you could put so many different colors on your Warframe. Like, we've seen Warframes where people had color schemed them where it gave us headaches just by looking at it.
Yeah.
It is nuts. I mean, there is so much to the game. I mean, if you guys want to get another idea, I mean, I have Warframe videos on my channel from a few years ago. Actually, yeah, go check that out. They're actually one of my oldest ones. The 4th of July one, I believe it has the, it should have the, original Origin System navigation map, which is really cool. There's just so much to the game that they have changed. Like, the whole navigation didn't change until the Spectres of the Rail update, where it took away things called void keys as well, which is how you used to get prime stuff. You go to the void and you need void keys.
Yeah.
And now you need relics, which is okay, but I preferred the old way because it was much more easier to get to where you want to go. So, like, you're not waiting for an hour and a half just to go to a mission you want. Just like, okay, I need to go to this mission, and this is a chance on how long I need to stay here on this rotation. So that way you knew when you had that good chance to get it. So it was easy.
What about we talk about the enemies that can spawn on you during missions, like
The Stalker.
The Stalkers.
Yeah. The Stalker.
Right.
Yeah, there are enemies that get spawned on you in the middle of a mission, like the Stalker, the Shadow. he could be annoying, but if you get the Shadow Stalker, he could drop you some really good stuff, especially the original Stalker. If you manage to beat him, they will drop you certain items, like Stalker will drop you the Hate, Despair, Dread, the War. Or mods. Or it's Ephemera now, which is Smoky Ephemera, which is customization for your Warframe.
But you can trade those for some weird reason.
You can't trade those.
I know, but I'm wondering why they can't trade them at all, though.
Well, it's because it's not Prime.
The one thing about the weapons that Lazy just said is that the Hate is a scythe, the Despair
is a throwing knife,
two knives,
throwing knives,
and Dread is a bow.
A very high crit bow.
Very.
And the War is a heavy melee, which is...
And the Broken War. Don't forget the Broken War.
The Stalker doesn't drop the Broken War.
Well, during the one of the main story missions that you do.
Yeah, if you complete the second dream, you'll get the Broken War, and you need the Broken War to build the War, which is the blueprints dropped by the Stalker. And you can rebuild the Broken War, because if you go to a place called Lua, which is the moon, after you complete the second dream, sentient fighters will drop in, and if you manage to beat them, there's a chance they'll drop parts to the Broken War. And the blueprint of the Broken War is actually dropped by the Shadow Stalker. Now that I think about it.
There's also a bundle called the Hunhouse Gift.
Hunhouse Gift.
Gives you the War, the...
Pakal
wait, does it also give you the stock weapons? No,
it gives you the Pakal armor.
It looks very sentient in nature.
Yeah. Because it's made of sentient bones.
And Hunhao is
a sentient destroyer of worlds.
He's a very, very powerful sentient.
Yeah, and another thing that enemies will spawn you is syndicates. Now, there are syndicates you can team up with and become part of. I'm part of 2 syndicates, Steel Meridian and Reveal. So the rest of them don't like me because I'm with them. So they hate my guts. So once in a while they'll send enemies after me. But it's like, are you sure you want to send them after me? Are you sure?
Yeah, if he's like playing his Atlas. Oh, you're dead.
Doesn't matter what, I mean, not gonna be.
Yeah.
Not gonna do well for them. Because there's so much to this game. It is. I'm gonna go on forever. I mean,
like it's like Lazy has to make like probably like 2 to 3 parts of a video just to tell you all about Warframe. It would take probably that long or longer because there's like
it would be a 20. There will be a 24-hour video I would have to do, or stream to do, just to talk about the game. Probably longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's so much to this game. It's hard to wrap your mind around. It could be overwhelming at first, but if you take it easy and slow, over time you'll be able to get through all of it and understand the game. I mean, compared to what it was like when we first started, it was pretty small what we had to learn compared to now.
Yeah.
So if you're starting now, and you don't, and it can be overwhelming, just look for players that can help you. I mean, there's always players out there that are willing to help. If you're starting out Warframe on Xbox, you can always look me up. Just make sure you message me first, let me know that you watched my video, and even if you're in this far in the video, thank you for being this far. Let me know that you watched it and you would like some help, and you're new to the game, and I'll be like, sure. I'm always willing to help out. Because there's so much to this game. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And this game is like really fun. It's like if like in a game you can cut up like mirror, bodies, corpus, you can cut them into pieces if you want to. Like, it's more like one of those games,
Like-
like, you can go back to it if you have, like, that day. You can go into, like, either a low-level mission if you want. Just go into a low level.
He can't
Kill a bunch of
understand you.
low-level
I
enemies.
can't understand you. Your mic is going all robotic on us.
I am robotic.
No, you made me lose my train of thought. You interrupted me, man.
Sorry.
What was I going to say? Oh god, no, I forgot.
I think it was, like, something that involved,
About what?
that you're... I think it was something that it was about, like, you thanking your subscribers for making it this far. Of watching the video.
No, I already passed that. The game is massive. I wish you didn't interrupt me, man.
Sorry.
Alright, there is... It is just... Let's just put it this way, it's so big, it's hard to like put in concept into a video on what you can do to it. Or what you can do and what you can't do. I mean, in the end, there's always something to do in the game. We've been playing for so long. I mean, we're still finding something to do.
Yeah.
I mean, never a dull moment. And like we said earlier, when it comes to fashion, Warframe is #1, especially with we call it fashion frame. We have fashion frame contests. If you want an idea, just go to YouTube and type in Warframe fashion frame contest. And there'll be some really cool stuff you'll see. I mean, I made my Volt look like a xenomorph from Alien.
Yeah.
The whole thing of Warframe is constantly changing, constantly new things. It's just a game to play and try out. Give it a go, give it a try. The game won't always be easy, but in the times there will be ways to play the game. But that's all I can think about for now, so unless you have anything. Hello, Gruesome?
Yeah.
I just said that's all I can think about for now, unless you had anything.
That's all I can think of, too.
Yeah, like you said, the game is so massive, it's hard to condense it to one video. I talk about it.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. Thanks, Gruesome. I'm gonna leave the chat now, and I'll be back with you in a minute.
Okay.
Be a sec here. Alright. With the chat. Alright, so that, I'm sorry, Gruesome's mic could be a little finky, and it could be a little finky with him, but like I said, there is a lot to the game. So much concept, so much memories you can make in the game. So much different types of missions to do. The game is boundless and endless. You can always find different videos on Warframe, so you can another better idea on what the game is, check him out on YouTube. Just type in Warframe, and there's so many different videos, so many different concepts. It is by far one of my favorite games for a reason, and I still play it to this day. And I can't wait for this new update, and it's exciting. Umber 8 there is definitely by far my favorite frame, as you can tell. I still got the statue. I know I said this countless of times. And I'm hoping to get some more Warframe videos made out, because I haven't done one for you guys in a long time. And I would love to make a Warframe video for you guys. I got my algo. Once I get that up and running, maybe hopefully I can get a Warframe video made for you guys. And I really want to, because there's so much to the game. I wasn't really prepared to talk about it because there's so much to the game. I mean, like, I have to be in game to be talking about it, so you guys get an idea of what it's like. It's just, it's constant on the gameplay and what you gotta do. But thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you guys get an idea from this on what Warframe is. I hope you guys will try out. Warframe is a good game, and if you're looking to get away from a stressful game, like Battle Royale games, Call of Duty, and you want to play a game that's relaxing, try out Warframe. It can be a relaxing game. It's a PvE game. There are PvP modes. Not a lot of people do it because it's not what the game is. It is such a good game. It's fun to play. There's so much to it. So much fun. It takes a lot of time to get to where I'm at, but it's all worth it in the end. And I will say, give it a try. Give it a go. It's free to play. So what was it hurt to try it out? So you're not spending any money just to try out a game like Warframe. So what's the problem? Try it out. It's free. It's Warframe. And I've been playing it for 4 years and I still enjoy it. Gruesome, Chance, a bunch of the people when I first got Xbox One, they were all trying to get me into Warframe. I was like, fine, I tried it out, and here I am playing it again today. I'm still playing it today, and I really enjoy it. I've come a long ways in the game. I mean, became a powerful player, a good player. I mean, if you're not good at a lot of games, Warframe is a game you can be good at compared to a lot of games. Because you can become a real good god-tier player in Warframe if you put the time and effort into it. It's a game that you can put time and effort to. It is just one game that I will always cherish. Because it has done a lot for me just by playing the game. It helps me relax, have a good time in it. I mean, not only that, the community is great. There's a bunch of great things the community has done, like music wise. If you're hearing this is from the game. If you want to hear it for yourself, you can always go into SoundCloud and type in Tenotunes. Tenotunes is music that has music that's in game and also music that's made by players, and it's really great music. They have a good, there's so much different concept arts that players have done for the game. Fashion arts. It is a game that is boundless. Like, there's always something to do. Like, they have Nightwave, which is kind of like a battle pass, but it's a storyline battle pass better than any other. We're on Nightwave 3, where it's talking about where it's a thing called Glassmaker. Now this one is really interesting because there's 30 tiers you could level up and get different items, which is pretty cool. Tier 30, it gives you a new ship, Orbiter. You can get armor, Sidanas, cosmetics, all sorts of things, which is really cool. Each one's different from the last. And in between Nightwave stories, there is an intermission where you could do the challenges, Nightwave challenges that will get you items that were in past Nightwave challenge stories. Like the first one, Wolf of Sarah 6. The second one, I can't remember the Infestation one. I can't remember what that one's called. And now there's Glassmaker. And once you hit the tier 30, you can still keep going, leveling up. You just restart over, and all you get is glass. And this tickets, what they're called, I believe. Credits, tickets, and they get you certain items that will be in the credit shop that Nora, the one who runs Nightwave, Nora Knights, her shop she would have. And there's really neat things there, like you get Nighttane Extract, which is a rare item. It used to be like once every 3 hours or 4 hours a mission will pop up where the reward would be a Nighttane Extract. Like if you're getting Volbin or Volbin Prime, you need a lot, especially Volbin Prime, you need like 20 of those Nighttane Extracts. Well, now you can get them through Nora Knights through her credit shop, and which is neat. And that's another place you can get Kuva. If you want Kuva, like we were talking about earlier with the Raven mods, you can go to a place called Kuva Fortress after you complete the quest, The War Within. And you go to a survival and you just get Kuva there. Or you can do Kuva missions on different planets, which I prefer the Kuva survival because you get a lot more Kuva. Kuva is a hard thing, not easy thing to get, especially when it's used for rerolling ribbons. It takes a lot. I believe there are some Warframes, a couple Warframes or one or two, that takes Kuva to build them. But the game does have all sorts of ways to where you like do a mission, also something's changing, and you have to change up the style in your gameplay, your strategy in the middle of the game. At that point, you have to be quick on your feet. So that's why it is such a good game. It's like you gotta be on your feet when you're doing these missions, especially when you're in the higher level missions. There is many ways to play the game and many ways to build your characters. As I said, like I said, if you ever want a perfect idea or a really good idea on how Warframe really is, just look up Warframe on YouTube, and there's so many different videos out there on Warframe. I also suggest you go to Warframe's main YouTube channel, because they will have a playlist up of their dev streams, and go through some of their newer dev streams, because they have stuff there that you can see. They just did their TennoCon digital edition yesterday, which was really cool. And like we were saying earlier, there's also boosters and Infinity, because I never got to that part because Gruesome interrupted me. Infinity booster, what that does, it allows you to level up your weapons and your Warframes a lot faster. When you go into certain missions players go into, like on Senda, there's a mission called Hydron, which is the defense, and which if you have a booster, Infinity booster, you can stay for 20 waves with your Warframes to get to max, as long as you do it properly. And your weapons, you only have to stay for 10 waves, which is pretty quick. And when you're leveling up a weapon, make sure that you have a max level Warframe, and you only have that weapon on you that you want to level up, nothing else. You're leveling up a Warframe, take a max level, your strongest max level melee weapon, and your Warframe that you want to level up, but that's it. And you'll level up pretty fast. Within the types I said, the 20 waves of 10. Take more, that means it's got to expand that XP. You got to try. That's why we do like that, because you have a full set on you, and then it's going to try to spread the XP out so everything gets it. Focusing on that one thing. The game has been around, like we said, 7 years, and always constantly changing. There's so many different changes to it. But like I said, check out YouTube, just look it up, and you'll find some great things. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know if you stayed this long in the video. If you did, type down below in the comment section Excalibros for life, and I will leave a like on that comment, and maybe I'll reply. But thank you everybody so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. Like I said, you all know the drill. Lazy Turtle out. See you guys.